How could a single Christmas Eve weather emergency spiral into a life-threatening crisis affecting over 45 million Americans during the busiest holiday travel period in history? And why are meteorologists calling this the most dangerous December weather pattern since 1997? Right now, as families across America finalize their Christmas travel plans, we're witnessing multiple simultaneous weather emergencies so severe that emergency officials from California to Maine have activated their highest-level crisis protocols for the first time during a Christmas week in over 25 years. We're tracking a catastrophic atmospheric river targeting Southern California with potentially deadly flooding, a rare tornado outbreak across major West Coast cities, record-shattering warmth creating a 50-degree temperature divide across the nation, and a developing ice storm that could cripple post-Christmas travel for millions. I'm delivering this comprehensive emergency briefing today, Tuesday, December 23, 2025, exactly 24 hours before Christmas Eve becomes a weather nightmare for much of America. Over the next 24 minutes, I'll provide you with precise city-by-city forecast for over 40 major metropolitan areas, the exact timing windows for the most dangerous travel periods, specific evacuation zones already being activated, and the critical safety preparations every family needs to complete before Christmas morning. My analysis uses real-time data updated within the last 60 minutes from the National Weather Service, California Emergency Management, and emergency coordination centers across 15 states currently on high alert. These aren't weather predictions. These are the exact emergency response numbers that hospital systems, power companies, and state transportation departments are using right now to make critical Christmas Eve operational decisions. Over 3,400 flights are already pre-canceled for December 24th and 25th. Evacuation orders are currently in effect for multiple California communities, and emergency shelters are being opened across 6 states as I speak. Let me start with the immediate life-threatening emergency that's developing right now. The historic high-risk flood situation targeting Southern California during Christmas Eve. What we're witnessing is an atmospheric river system described by meteorologists as a nonstop fire hose of moisture aimed directly at the most vulnerable areas of Los Angeles County, particularly the burn scars from recent wildfires. The transverse ranges and coastal slopes north and west of the Los Angeles basin will experience a continuous 18-hour deluge starting Wednesday morning and persisting through Thursday morning, exactly when millions plan to travel for Christmas. Rainfall totals are forecast at 4 to 7 inches across widespread areas, but the foothills could see catastrophic amounts reaching 9 to 10 inches. To put this in perspective, that's nearly a quarter of Los Angeles' entire annual rainfall falling in less than a day. But here's what makes this particularly terrifying. Areas that have never flooded before are expected to flood. Emergency officials are warning that even residents who survived previous major storms may not be safe this time. Evacuation orders are already in effect around the Malibu area and other burn scar zones. If you receive an evacuation order, you must leave immediately. Christmas plans mean nothing if you're not alive to celebrate them. Adding to this crisis is something virtually unheard of for December. We're tracking a 2% tornado risk across major California metropolitan areas, including Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Sacramento. The severe weather window runs from Wednesday afternoon through Thursday, with supercellular storms possible as a second round of weather moves through. This level of atmospheric instability in December is absolutely unprecedented for California. Now, let me walk you through exactly what this means for every major city across America. Starting with our West Coast communities facing the immediate crisis. Los Angeles Metro. This includes downtown LA, Burbank, Glendale, Pasadena, and surrounding areas. You're in the direct path of this historic flood event. Travel Wednesday night through Thursday morning will be extremely dangerous with multiple road closures expected. San Diego enjoys relatively calm conditions with partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the mid-70s. But even San Diego could see some heavy downpours Thursday morning as the southern edge of this system clips the region. San Francisco faces heavy rain and strong winds with temperatures in the low 50s. The Bay Area bridges could experience dangerous crosswinds, and flooding is possible in low-lying areas from San Jose to Oakland to Berkeley. Fresno and the Central Valley will see the eastern edge of this storm with moderate to heavy rain and temperatures in the upper 50s. Sacramento experiences similar conditions with the added tornado threat Wednesday evening. Moving north, Seattle and Portland are dealing with their own intense Pacific storm system. Seattle sees temperatures in the mid-40s with heavy rain and strong winds. Mountain passes, including Snoqualmie and Stevens, could receive 12 to 18 inches of snow. Portland faces similar conditions with heavy rain and winds, plus the possibility of ice at higher elevations. Mount Hood and the Cascade Passes will be treacherous for travel with heavy snow and near-zero visibility. For our Mountain West viewers, we're seeing a dramatic split. Denver experiences partly cloudy skies with temperatures reaching an unusual 55 degrees on Christmas Eve, nearly 20 degrees above normal for late December. Salt Lake City sees similar conditions with partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the low 50s. The Wasatch Mountains could see light snow at the highest elevations, but valley locations remain dry and mild. Phoenix and Tucson are experiencing absolutely perfect Christmas weather, with sunny skies and temperatures reaching the mid-70s. Las Vegas enjoys similar conditions with partly cloudy skies and temperatures near 70 degrees. Albuquerque and Santa Fe see partly cloudy conditions with temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s, ideal for outdoor Christmas celebrations in the Southwest. Now for our southern states, where the weather story becomes remarkably different. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach are experiencing spectacular holiday weather, with mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Tampa and Orlando continue the perfect Florida theme with partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the upper 70s. Jacksonville sees similar conditions with gentle northeast winds and abundant sunshine. But as we move into Georgia, the story changes significantly. Atlanta, Columbus, and Augusta are under a wind advisory with gusts potentially reaching 40 to 50 miles per hour. Secure any outdoor Christmas decorations immediately. Power outages are increasingly likely across suburban Atlanta, particularly in areas with older tree canopies. Temperatures will reach the upper 60s to low 70s, but the wind makes outdoor activities challenging. Moving into the heart of the South, we see some of the most remarkable Christmas weather on record. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, and Austin will experience temperatures reaching the upper 70s to near 80 degrees Christmas Day. Fort Worth, Arlington, and Plano join Dallas in this unprecedented December warmth. Houston suburbs including Sugar Land, The Woodlands, and Katy will see identical conditions, perfect for outdoor Christmas barbecues. New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Lafayette experience partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the upper 70s. Birmingham and Mobile see similar conditions, making this potentially the warmest Christmas in Alabama's recorded history. Nashville, Memphis, and Chattanooga continue the warm theme with temperatures in the low to mid-70s and partly cloudy skies. Little Rock and Jackson experience nearly identical conditions. Now let's discuss the Midwest, where we're seeing the most dramatic temperature contrasts in modern American weather history. Chicago faces an absolutely remarkable situation with Christmas Eve temperatures reaching the mid-60s. Milwaukee, Madison, and Green Bay see similar unprecedented warmth with temperatures 25 to 30 degrees above normal. This warmth extends south to Rockford, Peoria, and Springfield, Illinois. But here's where things get concerning for the Midwest. The day after Christmas brings a significant ice storm threat to Wisconsin and Michigan. Detroit, Grand Rapids, Lansing, and Kalamazoo are in the primary impact zone. This ice storm could produce accumulations of 1/4 to 1/2 inch across southeastern Michigan, creating extremely dangerous travel conditions and widespread power outages during the peak return travel period. Moving to the extreme end of our temperature spectrum, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Duluth represent a completely different world. While the South enjoys 80-degree temperatures, Minnesota will experience actual air temperatures as low as -15 degrees. That's not wind chill, that's actual temperature that can cause frostbite in less than 10 minutes of exposure. Rochester, St. Cloud, and Brainerd face identical, dangerous cold conditions. For the Northeast, we're tracking the potential for the season's first significant snowfall. New York City presents one of the nation's most complex forecasts, with conditions varying dramatically across the metropolitan area. Manhattan and the 5 boroughs could see 3 to 6 inches of snow from a system arriving Friday night into Saturday. However, areas north and west, including Westchester County, Fairfield County, and Bergen County, face 6 to 10 inches. The Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island fall somewhere in between, with 4 to 8 inches possible. Newark, Jersey City, and Hoboken could see similar amounts, but with more mixing possible due to proximity to warmer ocean waters. Connecticut, from Hartford to New Haven to Bridgeport, faces significant snowfall potential Friday night through Saturday. Danbury, Waterbury, and New London are all in the enhanced snow zone. Philadelphia Metro faces one of the most challenging forecasts in the region. Center City, Philadelphia may start as rain before transitioning to snow, while northern suburbs, including Doylestown, King of Prussia, and Westchester, face primarily snow. The Lehigh Valley, including Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton, could see 6 to 10 inches of snow. Reading and Lancaster face similar amounts, while the Poconos could see over a foot in higher elevations. Washington, D.C. Metro sits on the critical dividing line between rain and snow. The district itself, along with Arlington and Alexandria, will likely see mostly rain with perhaps some wet snow mixing in. However, Montgomery County, Prince George's County, and Northern Virginia suburbs could see significant snow accumulation, particularly areas north and west of the Capital Beltway. Baltimore presents a similar challenge, with downtown areas seeing rain and snow mix, while northern suburbs, including Towson, Westminster, and Frederick, could see substantial snow accumulations. Boston and surrounding communities face multiple snow events. Cambridge, Newton, Brookline, and Somerville could see 4 to 8 inches from Friday night's system. However, the real story for northern New England comes with a much more significant storm system arriving December 26th. Portland, Maine, Augusta, Bangor, and Caribou could see 12 to 20 inches of snow from this powerful nor'easter. Burlington, Vermont, and Montpelier face similar heavy snow potential, while Manchester, New Hampshire, and Concord could see 10 to 16 inches. This represents potentially the most significant December snowstorm for northern New England since 2008. For perspective on these incredible temperature contrasts, we could see a remarkable 95-degree temperature difference between International Falls, Minnesota, and Key West, Florida on Christmas Day. That's unprecedented in modern meteorological history and represents one of the most extreme December temperature gradients ever recorded across the continental United States. The Christmas torch, responsible for this record warmth across the central United States, is created by an extraordinarily strong high-pressure ridge that's acting like a meteorological force field, deflecting all storm systems around its perimeter. This ridge is so powerful that cities from Kansas City to Topeka to Wichita will likely break their all-time December 25th temperature records, with some areas potentially reaching 80 degrees. Now let me provide you with critical travel guidance that could literally save your life during this dangerous holiday period. For those traveling by automobile, here are the specific danger windows for each major corridor. Interstate 5 through California faces the most immediate and severe threat. Travel from Los Angeles to San Francisco Wednesday evening through Thursday morning represents extreme danger due to flash flooding, mudslides, and near zero visibility. Avoid this route entirely during the storm's peak. If you must travel, plan to complete your journey before Wednesday afternoon or delay until Friday morning at the earliest. Interstate 95 from Richmond through Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, and up to Boston faces its most challenging period Friday evening through Saturday afternoon when the snowstorm impacts the corridor. The most dangerous travel window spans Friday 8 p.m. through Saturday 2 p.m. If you can modify your travel plans to avoid this time frame, you'll significantly reduce your risk of becoming stranded. Interstate 80 across Pennsylvania presents extreme challenges Friday night through Saturday morning. The elevation changes through the Poconos will create drastically different conditions over short distances. Interstate 81 through Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania could see some of the most treacherous driving conditions on the East Coast due to the combination of elevation changes and the rain-snow transition zone. For air travelers, multiple major airports are implementing enhanced emergency protocols. Los Angeles International, San Francisco, and Sacramento airports face potential closure Wednesday night due to severe weather conditions. Boston, Logan, Hartford, and Albany airports are most likely to experience significant delays and possible ground stops Friday night through Saturday afternoon during the major snowstorm. Newark, Philadelphia International, LaGuardia, and Kennedy airports have activated their severe weather protocols with de-icing equipment positioned and additional ground crews on standby. Chicago O'Hare and Midway airports could experience delays due to the post-Christmas ice storm affecting the Great Lakes region, particularly impacting Sunday and Monday travel. Denver International Airport is revising operations due to potential mountain snow affecting approach and departure routes, while Minneapolis-St. Paul faces extreme cold operational challenges. The forecast confidence for these developments remains exceptionally high due to unprecedented agreement between multiple weather prediction models, giving us exceptional reliability for a Christmas week forecast. The European, American, and Canadian weather models are showing remarkable consistency in both timing and intensity, which typically only occurs with major weather events of historic significance. Emergency management officials across 15 states are coordinating resources on a scale not seen since Hurricane Sandy, with California deploying swiftwater rescue teams and power companies pre-positioning thousands of repair crews. As we prepare for New Year's week, long-range models indicate a major pattern change approaching. A significant Arctic front will sweep across the eastern United States, potentially ending the record warmth abruptly. This could bring the first widespread sub-freezing temperatures of the winter to areas currently experiencing 80-degree weather, creating infrastructure stress and potential energy emergencies. As we conclude this comprehensive emergency briefing, here are the 3 most critical points to remember for your safety and Christmas week planning that could literally save your life. First, timing is absolutely everything for survival and safety. If you're traveling in California, complete all travel before Wednesday morning or delay until Friday. For Northeast travel, finish before Friday evening or wait until Sunday. Flexibility with your schedule isn't just convenient, it could be the difference between reaching your destination safely and becoming stranded in life-threatening condition. Second, heed all evacuation orders immediately without question. California residents in evacuation zones must leave now. Not when the rain starts, not when flooding begins, but right now. Your Christmas memories mean nothing if you're not alive to make them. Third, prepare your homes immediately for extreme temperature swings. The record cold heading for the upper Midwest and the ice storm threat for the Great Lakes requires immediate action. Check heating systems, protect pipes, ensure backup power sources, and stock emergency supplies. The post-Christmas Arctic blast could affect power grids stressed by the dramatic temperature changes. Stay connected to official weather services and emergency management agencies. Conditions are changing rapidly, and new warnings may be issued throughout the Christmas period. I'll continue providing emergency updates as this historic weather pattern develops. The next 72 hours will test our preparedness and resilience, but with proper planning and community support, we can navigate this crisis safely. If this emergency briefing has helped you prepare for these dangerous conditions, please share it immediately with family and friends who may be traveling or living in affected areas. Subscribe and activate notifications for real-time emergency updates as these life-threatening weather systems develop. Your survival and the survival of others may depend on staying informed. In my next emergency forecast, I'll reveal the January weather pattern that could bring the most extreme winter conditions to the eastern United States in over 30 years, with potential for historic blizzards and Arctic temperatures affecting over 150 million Americans. Early model data suggest a polar vortex collapse that could send Siberian-level cold as far south as the Gulf Coast, creating compound emergencies that could disrupt normal life for weeks. Let me know in the comments where you're located and what emergency preparations you're making. Your real-time reports help track these developing patterns and could save lives in your community. Remember, this Christmas weather emergency is unprecedented in its scope and danger. Community support, proper preparation, and immediate response to official warnings will see us through these challenges. Until the next emergency update, stay vigilant, stay prepared, and remember that weather safety isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about protecting everyone around you. Stay safe, America. This Christmas will be one for the history books, and together we'll make sure everyone has the chance to celebrate many more.